So Shabbat Shalom and welcome everybody. I'm delighted that you're here for the first of what I hope will be a year of a holy happy hour followed by a cop shop. So you may say, well, what's a cop shop? And I think this name says it all. What's the real name for Kabbalat Shabbat? Kabbalat Shabbat. A cop shop says it all, like a little shorter, a little sweeter, but every bit as enjoyable. So I want to just welcome Rabbi Warshawsky, who at this point needs really no introduction to our congregation. As Marlene, Rachelle, like you guys are like part of the Bethel family. So thank you for working together and enjoy the service. And a clarification about masks. We are outside. So first of all, those of you on Zoom, it is entirely up to you if you want to mask. I'm okay if you're okay, but for those of you who are here, when we had a tent full of children, the predominant practice was to wear a mask because the kids were unvaccinated. But now that we're all adults and we're outside, we just want you to be comfortable, and we're comfortable taking off the mask if you are. With that.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you so much. It's so great to be here with all of you. It's great to be here with Marlene. We had so much fun with the kids just now. And we're so happy to get to continue the Shabbat joy and bring it in. And we're going to start right now. Before we make our way into Kabbalat Shabbat, we're going to start with a nigun, a wordless melody. And it's really special to be able to enter into Shabbat with these wordless melodies, to just get ourselves into the mood, to figure out what it is that we had going on over the course of this week, right? Every week is a long week these days. And we're getting ready for Shabbat. And sometimes on a Friday, things have been going, okay, but I'm not necessarily ready to step right into Shabbat. So this gives us an opportunity to let go of all the things that were happening over the course of the week, put all those thoughts that are in your mind on pause. And Rabbi Dr. Abraham Joshua Heschel once said that the wave of a nigun carries us to a place that utterable meanings that words cannot possibly express. So if you can find a way to jump into the yainai, the words that you already know in your heart, we'll see if we can just let everything else subside and step into Shabbat. It goes like this. Just like that again. Stop a little.
How wonderful it is to all be together, here in person and on Zoom. Hine matov u'malayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'malayim shevet achim gam yachad. Repeat after me. Hine matov לשבת ביחד. How good it is to be
So everyone should have a siddur in front of them. We have these beautiful siddurim, and this is a siddur with all the things that we're going to sing out loud together over the course of our Kab Shab service together. And so we're going to start our tefillah together with the Chuner Anana, this first psalm of Kabbalat Shabbat. And all these psalms are preparations. They're, as I mentioned before, to let go of everything that happened on Sunday, let go of everything that happened on Monday. Each psalm bringing us closer and closer to Shabbat. So we sing Lechuner Anana, and it's all about going out, going outside. In the Song of Songs, it says, Lecha dodi netzeh hasadeh. Let's go out into the field together. Shabbat is about changing your space, and it doesn't need to be a physical space necessarily, but it's changing your mindset. Right? Can you take your mind, can you take your soul to a different space? Can you flip a switch that's going to say, now I'm entering into Shabbat? And when we do that, hopefully we can get to this place of Nariya. Nariya means exalting and singing and celebrating. So when we sing this word Nariya, we're going to shout it out. Like this, it'll go Nariya, 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 Nariya. Exactly right. Bring your joy, bring your energy. We're gonna try and lift ourselves up towards Shabbat. That's the one word, but hopefully you'll catch on to the rest of the melody too. It feels like this.
Shir Adonai, Shir Adonai, Shir Adonai, Kol Haaretz. Shir Adonai, Masru B'Yom, Masru B'Yom B'Yom Yeshuata. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay,
Okay, we're going to sing Ya'alo Sadai, which is the very end of this same psalm, which is why we stopped in the middle so that we could get a chance to sing out these words. And it's especially poignant to be able to sing it outside next to these trees that are waving in the fields. There's so much nature, a lot of nature metaphors happening in Kabbalat Shabbat. And because it's the trees and the plants and those things, they feel free to move around. And sometimes we kind of feel confined in our bodies. And we don't feel freedom to move around, and we feel like we want to just sit and relax. But if you feel like you want to move around, this one is all about the winds, moving the trees. Alo sadai v'chol asherbo, and they're clapping their hands. Even the trees want to be able to celebrate Shabbat with us. Great. So we're gonna sing it out, and it goes like this. Ya alo sadai. We'll make our way through the Psalms to Psalm 99, lifting it up with Romemu. Romemu Adonai Elohim, Keishachavun Le'arosho. Romemu Adonai Elohim, Keishachavun Le'arosho. Ki kadosh Adonai Elohim Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Elohim Romemu. Romemu Adonai Elohim Keishachavun Le'arosho. Romemu Adonai Elohim Keishachavun Le'arosho. Ki kadosh Adonai Elohim Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Elohim Romemu. We'll turn to the second page in our Siddurim.
Lecha dodi mikrat kama yerda 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 Shabbat Lecha dodi mikrat kama yerda 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 Shabbat Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad Ishmiyanu el ha'yuchad Adonai echad Shmo echad Shemo tiferet v'letfilah Lecha dodi mikrat kala yerda 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 B'nei Shabbat Lekavelah Lecha dodi mikrat kala yerda 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 B'nei Shabbat Lekavelah
We'll rise together for this last verse of Lecha Dodi. And when we're singing Lecha Dodi, sometimes we'll change our melody in the middle as we welcome the Shabbat Queen, the Shabbat Bride, with their angels of peace and rest. We'll all turn face out. Sounds like this. Lecha Dodi, Ikrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Avila. Lecha Dodi, Ikrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Avila. Just like that, Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi, Ikrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Avila. Lecha Dodi, Ikrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Avila. Boi b'shalom, Ateret ba'ala, Gam b'simcha u'b'tzara, Toch emunei am segula, Boi b'chala, Boi b'chala, Lecha Dodi, Ikrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Avila. 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. I'm feeling like Shabbat is really arriving. And so we're going to come back to that nigun that we sang at the very beginning, that wordless melody. But this time we're going to add some words to it. We're looking at on the middle of page 2, where it says Psalm 93. And these words, again, with all the nature metaphors, it's all about all the noise in our lives, where we have a lot of noise, things that are happening all the time. And this psalm is all about the idea that God's voice is louder than the crashing of the loudest waves, if only we can find a way to hear it. Right? And sometimes there's just too much noise, too much static, that we can't even hear the loudest thing, right? The thing that should be the loudest voice, which is God's voice, wherever it might come, whatever it might sound like to you, to be able to hear divinity, to hear holiness, to hear a connection to Shabbat. Sometimes it just takes a little tuning, right, to find the right frequency. So we're gonna sing that same nigun, and we're gonna make our way into this loudness of the crashing of waves. Mikolot mayim rabim, louder than that crashing, if only we can hear Yananai, what that voice might sound like if we call out in response to each other. It goes like this. We're going to make our way from Kabbalat Shabbat, into the evening service for Mari. We'll rise together on page 2 to begin the Baruch.
And I think we face this direction for Baruch, right? I think that's east. את אדוני,
Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed.
Which brings us to the Shema. We stop and just listen. We close our eyes and focus on the idea that we are all connected. We are all one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשמך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ובשעתם לאותם ידיך והיו תותפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. מי כמוך, who is like you, Adonai? מי כמוך. Will you repeat after me, please? Ba'elim Adonai. Ba'elim Adonai. We'll just start again. Repeat after me, everything's okay. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha yeda b'kodesh Nora Tehilo Malechutecha Rahu Panecha Bokeh Hayam Lifnei Moshe uMiriam Zevi Anu ve'amiru Adonai Imo Le'olam Ha'ed Yai dai 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 Yai dai 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 Yai dai dai Who is like you, Adonai, that makes miracles, that everybody's okay over here after the light falling? Okay. This brings us to the Amidah, the silent standing prayer. So if you're able, I invite you to stand. And Josh was talking about going to a different place, different space for Shabbat. And we're going to enter into yet a different place, a place where we can say whatever we want to God, our own personal prayer. We can ask for what we're hoping for, or we can say what we're thankful for in this moment. So I welcome you to close your eyes if you like. Take a deep breath. Take 3 steps back, 3 steps forward, and a quiet moment for prayer and connection. Shalom Kibroma, Booyah, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ve'imru, Amen. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Amen.
We'll take a moment before we conclude our service for Kadisha Tone, a moment of memory, and Rabbi Walt is going to introduce.
Kind of nice to have to lower the microphone. Please be seated for just a moment. So today is my mom's 7th Yortzeit, and so I offer this particular teaching in her memory. The Torah portion is Lech Lecha, and God says to Abraham, go forth from your homeland, go to this place, and I'll tell you about it. And the end of the pasuk says, V'yeh bracha. And I want to talk about what that means, because it means, it's often translated as you shall be a blessing. Like, you're going to be a blessing. Rachel, you are great. You are going to be a blessing. Samson Raphael Hirsch says, actually, it is, Rachel, you are going to be a blessing. What's the difference between the first way I say it? You are a blessing. You are going to be a blessing. And you are going to be a blessing. In one instance, it's a promise. And in another instance, it is, I don't want to say a command, but it's a direction. And it's like, this is what I want for you. So I want to say that my mom actually, most of the time, found that balance between being the, you are going to be a blessing, to, you're a blessing. And the truth of the matter is, the best part about being my mother's daughter is when she was too much of, you are going to be a blessing, my father would say, she's a blessing. And when my father said, she's going to be a blessing, my father would say, she's a blessing. So it's hard for me to believe that it's been 7 years since my mom died, but the truth is, her Torah is very much in me. In fact, in many ways, I feel like it comes out more now than it did when she was alive. And I want to say to her, I heard you, and I'm trying my best to be a blessing. And tomorrow in services, I want to talk more about what does it mean to be a blessing. So if you're observing a Yortzeit in the period of mourning, I invite you to please rise for the Kadisha Tov. Yikadal v'yikadash Shemei Rabbi. V'yom adi brach v'yutei v'yom lifmach v'yutei. V'chayechon v'yom echon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. V'gala v'zman karev v'yimru. Amen. V'hei Shmei Rabbi mevorach ve'olam olmei olam. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitzolam v'yitnaseh. V'yitada v'yitaleh v'yitarah Shmei v'kudishah v'yitro. Leilani kol birchata v'shirata. Tushmachata v'nechemata da'aviram be'alma v'yimru. Amen. V'hei shlomo rabbanim shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'namav hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. So before I walk away from the microphone, I want to thank Marlene and Rabbi Josh for putting together this evening service. And I want to say that Rabbi Josh is here really I'm grateful to Ellen and Dave Ratner, to Susan and Bill Firestone and the Simon Katz Foundation, and to a community that appreciates and comes out for special programs. So I'm really grateful for this evening. And I do want to thank Karen Resnick and Sonia Wilk, who spent more time organizing the details of making sure that from here to there, and there will be good stuff there, and there will be good stuff here, and there's light. And I was thinking, if it were me, we'd be in the dark, literally, because I went to figure out the light. The lights, I for sure wouldn't work, and you'd all be going home to dinner. But thank God, Sonia made their light, made sure there was light. Karen made sure there was food. Our sponsors made sure that we had talent to help us through our service, and you made sure that it felt wonderful. So for all of you, I say Shabbat Shalom and Todah.
Shalom. So we're going to conclude because it's Shabbat Lech Lecha. Oh, that's good. Blessings.
All right, so we'll start with blessings. So children's blessing, we could bless children, grandchildren. There's a lot of people here who are not with grandchildren or children, but we could bless all the children here. Put your hands over your heads from afar. That's good too. Say in English to start, and we'll sing in Hebrew. May the source of life bless you and keep you. May the Holy One smile at you and be good to you. May the face of God turn to you with light and with peace. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai Na'velecha v'yichunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha Shalom 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 v'yasem lecha Shalom Shalom v'yasem lecha Shalom 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 v'yasem lecha Shalom Shalom v'yasem lecha Shalom.
So we'll talk a little bit more about Parashat Lech Lecha tomorrow, and hopefully you'll join us tomorrow morning for Shabbat services and some more music. And also tomorrow evening we're gonna be doing some more singing together with a bunch more melodies, some for liturgy, some not. But hopefully you'll join us for as much music as you can handle for the rest of the Shabbat. But for now we'll sing Lech Lach, which is a melody that I grew up with. And I used to sing it when I was a kid, and this is, the one parasha where I feel like it's perfect that we should be able to sing about being a journey and being a blessing and thinking about it both as a command and as an aspiration. How can we find ways to really try out and be a blessing? Hopefully listen. To a land that I will show you. To a place you do not know. Love. On your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. And I shall make your name great. Bethlehem, and all shall praise your name. Love, for the blessing I will show you. You shall find blessing Simchat Ani Lechicha. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. We're going to close the same way that we began, with that same nigun from the very beginning. And hopefully you found a way over the course of the time that we spent together to flip that switch in your mind, to physically or spiritually enter into a different place, enter into Shabbat. And so we're going to be singing the same nigun, but I want to ask you, how are you going to sing it differently now that we're in Shabbat? What is different about the melody? How are you going to hear it differently? How are you going to sing it? How are you going to let it absorb you? How are you going to absorb it when it's a different way now that we're in Shabbat? So we'll sing it one more time, and hopefully we'll sing it slightly differently than when we sang it at the very beginning. We'll bring our energy into Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. It's wonderful to see so many of you here tonight. And the weather is so incredible. We're lucky to have Marlene here very often, but to have Marlene and Josh is extraordinary. We had a lot of families here tonight. We had Tot Shabbat because we have Tot Shabbat the third Friday night of every month and the first Saturday of every month. And we're going to continue to do this the third Friday night of every month, beginning with our Holy Happy Hour. So I hope that you'll continue. I don't know what the weather is going to be like and where we're going to be, but for sure we're going to keep this going. We have a lot of families here tonight, and I want to thank you because there's dance and music and gymnastics and homework and everything else that you could possibly do tonight, but you chose to be here. And I have to tell you, I love your decision. It was really great. And by the way, I hope you don't mind, but there was a lot of Jewish summer camping going on over here. And it may have been competing with some of your melodies, but it was great. We have lots of kids all over the parking lot singing. So although you didn't see them in their seats, they're here, they're with us, there's Ruach, it was wonderful. So Shabbat Shalom. On your way out, on those tables, you will find your dinners packed with a big label on top. It's a little hard to see out there, but in a big label, you will see your name. Enjoy the dinner. The heating instructions are there. Shabbat Shalom, and let's see you next month for Happy Holy Hour.